Ah, welcome back. Or if you stumble on this by accident, welcome for the first time. I've hit like a checkpoint of sorts in my game. I've reviewed a lot of footage of myself playing to help me like realize and become aware. I've become aware, almost like AI, only like not Terminator. But there's a lot of mistakes that I'm making. And this one's going to be like a conciseness, a consciousness of where I'm at, and the things I'm going to be keeping track of, where my mistakes were, patch up the leakiness, don't want to keep sinking, gotta float somehow. So this is how I'm going to structure this video, I suppose. So let's get to going. Also, I think going forward from now, I'm going to have more of like sharing what I'm learning at the time. If you're in a similar spot to me, then hopefully it's going to be helpful to you. See how I break things down, tactics, technologies, techniques, technicians, technicals, TikToks. Now, I'm not like a teacher. I mean, definitely too fishy for that, but I'll throw out what I'm doing. See, maybe some of it'll stick. Some of it'll help you. Hopefully some of it'll help me. All right, poker checkpoint number 1. Pow! Ooh, let's put some graphics in. So thanks to good old celebrity status, King of LA, Mr. Airball, and good old celebrity status podcast Berkey, code Sick Day, that I accessed their courses with. Been listening to a lot of that. That was very fun, very useful, and it's pretty cool. I can just listen to it wherever. It's also on my phone. I'm running around all day, so it's good to have it like in my ear instead of like reading it off of anything. It's a good way to consume the info. Some of it's pretty dense. It was good to see a lot of the charts and PowerPoints that they were using. So I couldn't grab all of it, just audio. So there were some visuals I had to go back and check out. That was nice. Definitely positive overall, but I don't know where my bar is. Maybe kind of low. Who knows? That, and I've been using Drive HUD, looking at graphs, lines, ups and downs, downs, looking at downs. So I'm doing it like mostly studying, not very much playing. Playing on Fridays, just once or twice a day now, or once or twice a week. Trying to keep positive outlook on the game. I mean, I get punched in the nuts on Friday, and it takes a few days to get back into it, but I always come back. Also doing all these blogs and stuff, very fun. It's helping me slow down, like actually get into like a study routine of sorts, like this is what happened. Where did I go wrong? How could I have done it better? Going in a little bit deeper dive, really getting like a long-term memory kind of a thing going instead of a short-term. You got like, you write it down, you say it, you teach it or something. Gets it into your long-term memory. So those are helpful. All right, down to the nitty-gritty things that I found that about my game that are bad. One of the biggest mistakes that I found was emotional, I guess, or most obvious things that I found looking at myself playing, being upstuck. Man, results oriented definitely is a thing for me. It's easy to say that I'm not when I'm outside the game, but like looking at myself coming back, looking at myself, I like watched myself from like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, geez, I can see it. I'm emotional with some of these decisions that I'm making. So when I reach that emotional point, I'm up, I lose, I want it back. It causes me to become more aggressive with a wider range while also being more sticky in the pot. And those things put together is not a recipe for success, at least not for me. So the pots get larger, my opponent's ranges shrink, and most times their ranges shrink significantly, while mine are getting wider because I'm becoming more aggressive in wanting it to win and come, unstick myself, get back up. They have the hand or the range advantage usually, and the stack to pot ratio is very small. So I lose a large amount of the fold equity that my aggressive nature would want to have. I just don't have that anymore. And my biggest losses come in these situations. I'm trying to make someone fold the top of their range when the stack to pot ratio is very small and they're just not gonna let it go. And then I, become more upstuck and I lose larger amounts. Point number 2, leak number 2. My pre-flop ranges are off. I'm not tight enough, especially with the rakes at the lower stakes. And from the point that I made previously, I get too wide, too aggressive. I'm also too loose with my offsuit 3-bets and squeezes from out of position. And I'm too tight with my suited broadways as a raise first in. I'm not playing enough suited broadways, RFI, and I am playing too much offsuit broadways and with 3-bet squeezes from out of position. Also, bad for the bottom line. All right, so these are some things that I need to work on. All right, number 3, when I'm on the flop, I need to work on looking ahead to the future streets. I need to answer a few questions, like who has range advantage on this flop? What is the board dynamic? Or is the board dynamic? If so, how will it change in favor of my range in my current hand and my opponent's range? So the range advantage, who has it, plus the board dynamics, and compare that with my actual hand, and that will equal my bet sizing and how frequently I use that bet. All right, number 4. Once I analyze the board, I got to answer these questions. Do I want to polarize and go big? So my strongest hands, I would like to do this on boards that won't swing toward my opponent. And I would like to go polar with my weakest hands that have a potential for the board to swing in my direction of my range. So strong hands on a board that will stay strong for me. My weak hands on a board that can become strong for me. Good times to polarize. Or would I like to go small and check to keep my opponent's range wide to realize my equity? Would I like to realize my equity? And I would like to do this with my merged type of hands, all the middle strength hands on boards that my opponent has a range advantage on, or my strong to middle strength hands on boards that can swing towards my opponent. And number 5. Well, I don't have a number 5 yet because that was a big list and that was a lot of things to think about. My brain's only so big, has so much size, there's only so many molecules, synapses, so much power in there. So that's where I'm at right now. And if that's where you're at, man, good luck to both of us. We'll see how it goes from here. No hands this time. In the future, I think I'd like to see some pre-flop ranges and stuff, GTO wizard things, spreadsheets, outlines, better graphics, special effect, music. What would you like to see? All right, check out my other videos. You don't even have to like or subscribe. Just go watch some more of my things. That would be a big help. Share it. Tell your friends to watch some more of my things. Put it on in the background. Let your dog watch some of my things. Have a goldfish? They love watching me. Until next time, I think it's some kind of slogan. Jack and a penny. Keep your jacks and your pennies. Until next time, pennies your jacks. That's kind of weird. All right.